EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to Foxborough, Massachusetts, where the keeper of the light sounds the fog bell to signal that it is indeed time for football inside Gillette Stadium. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the New England Patriots. Visitor sideline, Steeler head coach Mike Tomlin. His guys a perfect 2-0 to start the year. On the other side, it's Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
And he's off to a fantastic start to the season. Already 8 touchdown passes in just his first 2 weeks of the year. Now, I don't think that's a pace he's going to be able to sustain, but at the very least, he's got this offense humming here to start things out.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Drake London, his intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Now you look at this Patriots defense. They really played well in that win last week against Miami.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out. This is all about finding the open space in the middle of the field. How do you do that? One way is through play action. That's going to freeze those linebackers for just a split second, and sometimes that's all you need. They run a deep in route behind them, and it works to perfection.
Throwing now is Rodgers. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this one is incomplete. The Steelers at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A first catch for the man leading the NFL in receiving yards in this first month. And a first down to boot.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Blue 58.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 11 more on that one and another first down.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Hey, 626.
On play action, now Rodgers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
His pass caught at the 4. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal.
A gain of 11. It's now 3rd and goal.
Rodgers now to throw. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Darnell Mooney, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are on the board first here this afternoon. Here's Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Makes the score Steelers 7.
So that drive goes 8 plays. And finishing it all off was Darnell Mooney with a touchdown reception. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So now here come the Patriots to take over on offense. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line.
The numbers a week ago for Henderson. 11 carries, 53 yards, and a touchdown.
Not a week last week running the ball. Room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
It's now 3rd and 9.
To throw, it's May. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Bryce Behringer in.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. Jabril Peppers deep to receive. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get a wind or couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, winds up incomplete.
Here's it. Play action. It's Rodgers. This pass is caught by London. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
1st and 10.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the first down.
That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jacoby Myers, 37 yards. And the Steelers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. This has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Boswell for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score. Steelers
Scoring
14.
summary, 3-play drive. And it was all capped off by Jacoby Myers on the touchdown reception.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. A good return, but he pays the price at the end of it as he's picked up and thrown down. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
39-yard line.
They'll throw with May. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They go play action now. May. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Here's Bryce Behringer now.
Formation for the Patriots.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt.
For the Patriots.
And now a high kick trying to pin him back. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
That's brought in downfield by London. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Go to 58. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Here's Rodgers. Pass caught. It's been Skoranek. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
4 yards. That's another Steelers first down.
Rodgers again now. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The linebacker, Robert Spillane, making a big play. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers. He'll try and do this himself. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first half touchdown passes. And the Steelers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 21-0.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Patriots take over first and 10.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
26-yard line.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. A sad day for some, the official day of summer. Fall begins in the USA tomorrow for one more summer fling, if you will. Our trip around the NFL starts now. We begin right here in the Sunshine State. It's the Bucs at home to take on the New York Jets. And it's the veteran Baker Mayfield. He's going to find his man, and he did plenty of that. 1 of 5 touchdown passes on the afternoon. From there, how about we head out to Buffalo? Let's check in on the Bills. They're playing host to the Miami Dolphins. And this is Josh Allen hooking up with his tight end, Dalton Kincaid. 16 yards on the touchdown pass. The Bills are back in the win column. They move to 2-1 with a Week 3 victory. One more to tell you about. We go to Jacksonville, the Jags taking on the Houston Texans. And it's the veteran, and he's still got it, Joe Mixon. He's got it, he's got room, he's got a touchdown. That's a 29-yard score. The Texans, looking for a win after 2 losses to start out the season. They lead this one at the half. And with that, a look at what else is going on around the NFL here in week number 3. Meanwhile, our game has not been all that competitive, a one-sided affair through 2 quarters. As we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. And he returns this to the 22. And the Patriots going to take over here to start quarter number 3. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Yeah, that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Looking to throw. May. It's complete to Diggs. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
To throw is Rodgers. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there. Enough of that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Rodgers to throw once more. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
A 2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Foxborough. From the shotgun, May with it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, how about the rush there? Busting in. They blast him behind the line of scrimmage.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. To the air, May. He'll try and do this himself, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Returning is Peppers. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Back now in Foxborough. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. That one deep for London. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
88.
And again, it's Rodgers. That is caught. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 38-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 19.
For a Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
300.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions from that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 25 yards that time.
25 yards on the play. That's another Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Now Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Christian Barmore getting in there to drop him.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The Cock popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but They'll take the 3, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Throwing here is May. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Here's May. May drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Cameron Hayward able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
And send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to